Timmy! Hey, Gravy Timmies, and welcome back to another Hotline 4 extravaganza fun time. If you've been following the updates with the upcoming DLC for Hoi 4, you'd know that Switzerland is getting a focus tree. That's right, clap it! Wow, amazing! Also, Italy's getting one too, but that's not important. We're all about the wholesome Switzerland here on this channel, and I've got a little surprise for you today where we're checking out a mod for Switzerland that gives them a focus tree. But first, a very quick word from today's sponsor. Today's sponsor, Skillshare. Have you ever thought about improving your life by expanding some skills or even picking up some new ones? Well, let me introduce you to Skillshare, the online learning platform where you can go through a variety of classes to expand those skills that you've been putting off. Picking up a new skill or refreshing on an old one, there is a variety of different classes and loads of subjects to pick from. I think Nathaniel Drew's class on how to speak confidently on camera would be an excellent class for you guys to pick up today if you want to start making YouTube videos, as getting over the curve of actually speaking to yourself in a room is a little difficult. Skillshare is curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads and they're always launching new premium classes. It doesn't matter what level you're at, if it's a new skill, something you're actually expertised in, there will be a class for your level. So get yourself started with Skillshare today by clicking my link down below. Go ahead and expand some new horizons, get those skills going, or even just start up something new. There is so much on Skillshare for you to go ahead and pick from. And the first 1,000 my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare to try out. So go ahead, guys, sign up Skillshare today. You might just learn something new, and thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring the video. Switzerland, look at it. Famous for chocolate, watches, hoarding gold, and of course being led by a building. How silly of you to be led by an inanimate object. I mean, what's next, eh? Next you're gonna be telling me America's led by a 90,000-year-old vegetable of a man. I mean, come on. Wow, look at this. That's actually a lot of stuff to do. Alright, we got a lot of damn paths everywhere, I think. Alright, so over here we have the fascist path, which looks quite in-depth, and we get the option of going on our own to a new Europe or joining Germany, which that seems a little bit boring. Further over here, I think we have the pretty much historical paths, and one of them we can just go ahead and stay neutral down here and actually go ahead and do collective neutrality, where we drag a whole bunch of other people into our neutrality. All of which these people seem to be the ones that get invaded, by the way. Not too sure how neutral you're gonna be if the Germans start knocking on the front door. We have a option of, I think, rejecting our neutrality over here and actually joining the Allies for the most part, or again, making our own faction, which again isn't really tickling me the right way. And over here on the left we have the communist path, which looks not as in-depth as some of the other paths, but pretty interesting. We start that by going down the Strengthen Rit Linny E B-Wing. You can't tell me that. Okay, you can't tell me that's a word, alright? But I think the path I will be going down is the New Europe one. That seems the most interesting in my opinion. Oh, I think we also get new provinces. That's very helpful, considering we wouldn't have a lot of room to build otherwise. We also have this thing about factions in our country, but I'm just going to pretend it's not there until it matters. Oh, we got Robert Tobler. If you don't know, he invented the Tobler Road. Oh, watch out, everybody. I think we're easily going to win any wars we go up against, because our general is the Eternal Void, also known as Henry. Alright, just a couple focuses down, and we have already switched who is this creepy fella? Well, I guess we got this guy now, and we need to rush down as fast as we can to here before Austria gets eaten by the Germans. It just looks like he's staring directly into my soul. Stop it! Bad news is when we switched over to fascism, nobody wants to be our friend in the coalition anymore. I can very much see where they might be coming from with that. And so we did the Austrian referendum before the Germans got them, and now we own this one tiny province, but hey, it's more land for Switzerland. I was also going to justify them, but I don't think we'll get it in time before the Germans gobble them up, but might as well do it anyway, because I've got nothing else to do right now. We're also going to go ahead and make ourselves a brand new friend, now that none of our friends in Switzerland want to be our friend anymore. Probably because this fella ate them all. Now, if France was seeing us eye to eye on, you know, our ideology, we could invite them and make a faction with them, but they're not, so instead we're going to have to formalize the Savoy neutral zone. No idea what this is or what it does. The Treaty of Vienna, blah blah blah, gave Switzerland the right to occupy Upper Savoy in case of war and all. Okay, who signed off on this? Oh my god, I now get a conquest war all on France because they said no. I think I'll save that for later. It would probably be smart to go ahead and get the Italians in my faction, but I'm not feeling very smart today. Oh my god. I was 100% planning to go to war with Italy, but they actually just gave up the land. Wow. Alright, I mean, I'd be scared of me too. I'm absolutely terrifying. That was one hell of a bluff, if I do say so myself. Alright, I guess we'll get a non-aggression pact with Italy now. We're best buds, right, Muzzle Lady? Right, let's see if we can bluff the Germans into this as well, because, you know, why not, eh? Yeah, they are too smart, but that did give me cause on a bunch of the southern land over here, so I will be coming for that at some point, my friend. Yeah, I actually got my justification done before the Germans ate them, so see if we can actually get Austria here. I also have the Hungarians on my side, so I'll call those in. Hopefully they'll free up some troops. Well, the Austrians just gave me the win by just willingly attacking me here. Oh, never mind. The fun police have arrived! You know, I think I'm actually going to change things up now. Because I didn't get Austria, I think I'm going to go back to the save I had just before I did the old switcheroo on Italy. Now, instead of actually doing the justification on Austria now, what we are going to do is instead declare war on the Germans straight away. Sounds a little bit crazy, right? That's because it is. I know what you're saying, alright? This is a bit ridiculous, but just think about it. If I manage to bleed the Germans on this river and forts and all these damn mountains, they're gonna be so damn weak when they actually start World War II, I might be able to do something. Well, if you're wondering how it's going, about 5 minutes ago I went downstairs and I came back. Things are still here, so... Alright, things are getting a little bit desperate now. It's 1940. I thought the AI would be stupid enough to declare war on the Czechs or the Poles by now, but they are not doing it, and the Italians have joined the faction. Now, I do have a non-aggression pact with them, so I don't think they'll hopefully join, but we'll see. The biggest problem is I am running out of manpower. I just switched to all-adult serve, and I need a miracle here. Honestly, it's actually looking more and more like I might be able to actually do a counter-attack here, and I think I'm gonna have to do it pretty soon because I am out of manpower and I do have cores on these states, so if I take them I'll get some people to fight. I'll tell you what, I'll do a precautionary save, and if I can push the Germans back with all their losses, we should be good. Oh, never mind. The Italians have joined. We'll have to hold out on the offensive. Good news with that, though, is that the Allies are finally in the war, and yes, oh my god, I will take all the Lend-Loose possible. You're welcome for pretty much the free walk into Germany when I've literally killed 2 million of them. Decided to go for the offensive anyway, but as you can see, I just have no manpower left whatsoever to do anything, but I did get my help just in the right time. I just walked into some provinces, look at that, the manpower's returning, and all it took was all adults. Alright, there you go, the Germans capitulated. Wait, I have the most war score, so they capitulated to me. Oh my god, I took 500,000 casualties. That is ridiculous for what I was. I literally bled Switzerland dry. Hey, you look at all those casualties. 1.5 million from the Swiss, baby! Oh, even better, I actually managed to snake just past the Allies into Italy, so we should get all of Italy too here. Yeah, I can't remember if I put player-led peace conferences on, so yeah, I'm still trying to win this war correctly in case I haven't. I had player conferences on, it was all for nothing. Well, I say for nothing, I did single-handedly absolutely destroy the German army. And now it's time to carve out my new empire. empire. There you go. That is what the doctor ordered. Also absolutely ginormous Hungary. The doctor ordered that too, apparently. Right now, things aren't anywhere near over at this point. It's 1941. I have just conquered Italy and Germany. Definitely very legit, although very deserved, I may add. But in the background, there was a nation that decided to go ahead and invade Poland, which I was hoping the Germans would do. So inadvertently, they kind of, ruined me and led me to, 500,000 dead Swiss people, which was the Soviets. So I want revenge, and revenge I am going to get. Another cool thing that we get is Helvetism down here, which all this stuff with the non-core manpower, kind of cool, but the most important part is the daily compliance gain, which will make all the land we just conquered like us quickly. And the more compliance they have, the more factories they will give us, and also the less they will currently blow us up. It's kind of weird just seeing the Czechs just still alive in Europe, because when the Germans didn't go for them. But it's even weirder to see that my so-called ally is trying to kill them. I'm guessing that means Japan just declared war on the Allies, and yep, they did. So hopefully that'll keep them busy enough that maybe maybe when my ally goes in on the Czechs, they won't just curb stomp them into the ground. Oh, I can now click the beginning of a new era button, which seems interesting, because I don't think the Swiss state really does it for me anymore. So the Confederation, much better. Right, now we Hungary. Alright, so my one ally actually I have Yugoslavia. My other ally, Hungary, has decided to essentially shoot themselves in the head. They can't even beat the Czechs on their own. Come on, Hungary. Maybe if Turkey doesn't join the Allies, then they can't technically get naval invaded, but they will have to beat the Czechs, which ain't seeming that likely at the moment. Oh wait, never mind, they called Yugoslavia in, so there go my two allies. Let's just focus on the Soviets, shall we? At least I still have the Germans, I suppose. They can't willingly join any wars without me. Yep. Well, that did not take too long. Well done, guys. You had one job. Look what they did to my boy. he's been murdered. Oh, but, apparently Romania immediately wants to join back. I have at least one friend remaining. This compliance gain is insane. We're already up to 100% on both of them, which means we get all their factories and a juicy amount of manpower to go on top of that. We're ready to take up the Soviets, I think. I'd never fear, Poland. I'm here to save you. I'm going to save you from the liberation. You see, they're falling for the same old trick the Germans did. Now, I am going to play this still on the defensive for the simple fact I have gone all the way down my grand battle plan doctrine, and doing any offensives with the current stuff I have isn't going to be that great. Although I do have a ton of cash currently blowing the Soviets to sky high. Oh my Jesus. They're already up to 1.2 million. I think I'll just take a nap for a little bit and come back and see what happens. I just want to say, this is absolutely horrendous to watch. I did like a small offensive just because they stopped attacking for a while. I lost, a few 100,000 men. But in that time, they've lost another 1,000,000 men. Oh, it's getting pretty bad for the Soviets when the penal battalions have shown up. I'm really wondering when exactly I should be going in here. But considering that they've lost 5.5 million and the Poles have 780k, maybe pretty soon. But also, I want to see how far this ride goes. So, I think they have finally given in on the 6.3 million mark. Nice one, guys. Oh, never mind. I guess they're going in for the winter offensive. Perfect time to do it, guys. Oh, wait, is this that overpowered that I can immediately get a provisional government on the Polish? Wow. Okay. Yep, nice. Yep, that compliance gain definitely coming in handy. Oh, well, like blue forgot you existed, Spain, but sure. You joined my cool little faction. All right, now they have definitely stopped attacking me. They're up to 7.7 million losses, and I think it's time for a counterattack. Oh my god, that cast damage is disgusting. Oh, let's just keep an eye. So they got 7.8 million. Let's see where they are by the time we finish this. Oh, I've already stolen a Polish railway gun. I'll be adding that to the army. We're also going to go ahead and take this time to now change our doctrine out. Oh, reaching into Russia now, and they are up to 8.7 million. Okay, we've actually gone long enough that I now have nuclear weapons. All right, Moscow. Goodbye, Moscow. And do it to him. You know what? And just for good measure, we'll get the cherry on top too. Oh man, this is ridiculous. I'm literally getting collab governments before I've even finished the war. It is that overpowered of how much I get. Well, there we go. Now that is a big Switzerland. Yeah, cursed part is I got a collab government on Romania too. So even though I have Romania as an ally, now I have, look, a historical other Romania over here. Yeah, that was our fun little Switzerland game. It was pretty good. I think at the end we had like 12, 11 million casualties on the Soviets. But yeah, playing defensively is always a really fun strategy, especially when you have a cool focus tree that lets you get pretty overpowered from doing said strat. But if you want to check out the mod, feel free. I'll leave it in the link down below. But also, you know, we've got the Swiss tree coming up, which looks pretty interesting. So I'm sure a lot of you are excited for that too. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, hit the subscribe button down below. And for me and my serial killer best friend, you best hit the like button or else!